Hey, what's up, guys? Austin back here, another video. And first off, I would like to apologize for it being so tremendously long since I've updated. Um, well, not updated, but since I've uploaded. I hadn't realized it had been 3 weeks. I had three videos, I believe, last week that should have uploaded that just didn't. That's why it's been that long. And I actually went out on Laurel Tuesday and shot a bunch of stuff. I will be uploading that shortly if I decide to upload it. It ain't that good. But nonetheless, it's fishing time. I am a bit unorganized. I just kind of brought everything out of the truck in here and all that good fun stuff. Some things has changed. Still got some stuff. Not showing off the arsenal, but I'm going to talk to you advantages, disadvantages, and basically giving y'all tips about wintertime fishing and what I like to use and why. Alright, so first off, y'all already know, done got the old grizzly wintergreen dark up in the old lip, put a dip in the lip. Alright, so another thing is, I'd like to see if y'all would like me to start a dip channel. Me going over dip, reviews, stuff like that. So, leave that in the comments, boys. I'm telling y'all, y'all gotta leave me some comments. I'm running out of ideas here. Alright, so, bear with me. Okay, so this is something that y'all hadn't seen. Y'all seen my broken one, but you hadn't seen my new casting rod. This here was actually an early Christmas present from my dad. Big shout out to that stud. Thank you. Much appreciated. He bought me this rod, and this is the exact rod I wanted. It's a Cashion CRT spinnerbait rod. And as you can tell, that don't look like a spinnerbait. That is a jerk bait. 13 fishing Loco special does 9 to 14 foot. And the reason why I wanted this rod is look at the tip on it. Like, that's insane. I can literally hit it back here and it jiggles the entire rod. Just see if I can do one finger and it jiggle it. Literally crazy. Have it paired with a Daiwa Tatula SV. Throw light line on that. 10 pound. 10, 12 pound line. I actually prefer 8 to 10. I got 10 on here right now. And this is more of an earlier kind of winter type deal, like right now. When that water temp's 56, 55, 54, break out that jerkbait, son. I'm telling you. When you go, throw it out there, reel it down, let it set. Get you a suspended one. Go 1, let it set. 1, 2, let it set. It's all about that cadence. It's all about that pattern. It took me forever to learn how to jerkbait fish. I learned it last year. Big shout out to Mike Iaconelli. He told me it's all about that pattern. You gotta play around with it before you find what they want. They may want 1, 2, 3, stop. 1, 2, stop. 1, 2, 3, stop. 1, stop. Then you're gonna do that again. Just play around with it. Have fun. Alright. So, oh God, I got a gob and a wad here. Oh man, I ain't good, boys. Oh well. We kind of swapped it. Well, if I don't break it first, I'll be half alright. So, this is something that you all haven't seen. And it's actually a new addition. Promise y'all, I'm not showing off my arsenal. I know I'm gonna get roasted about that. Somebody gonna be texting me or something. You show off your arsenal every video. Well, I'll kind of tell y'all more about stuff also. Alright, so this is a custom Shimano X-Prod. I have it paired with my 2500 Stratic 6 pound line. And the reason why I have this rod and not that Tennessee handled custom rod is because this rod I just like better, okay? I found it, and Dad wanted my custom rod, so we kind of traded. I got him his Christmas. He got a Daiwa Tatula, and he got my old custom rod, and I got this used rod. It is 8'6". It's massive. 2-piece rod. It comes out right here, but it fits so tight in there. It ain't funny. It ain't coming out. Alright, 8'6". The reason why I needed this long rod. Number one, floating a fly. You need to learn how to float a fly. Here in Kentucky, like fishing Laurel, Cumberland, it's just fun floating a fly. It's a finesse way, and it's fun. You catch a lot of big fish on a tiny, tiny bait. Now, once you learn it up here, you can go white bass fish. That's what I do every year. Hopefully this year I'll end up going. I got lazy, didn't go last year. So hopefully 2022 I'll go down there and white bass fish some. That's going to be my advantage. So the reason why you need a long rod floating fly is because the longer the rod, the more line you can get out, the deeper you can get that bait. So if I was using a 7-foot rod, say I was using a 7-foot rod, the maximum depth I can get that bait is 7 foot. Why? Because my bobber's going to be hitting the top of my rod. So if that 8'6" rod, I can get it over 8 foot. Alright, so that's also a swim bait rod. Light swim bait, always great. You know me, 2.8 Keitech, don't need to go into that. So this here's that meat stick Dixie Custom 7.7 heavy. It ain't changed. Did get a different reel. It has a Shimano Corrado. This is a 200i. It is in a 6:3-to-1 ratio. And the reason for this is I want to slow down this time of year. Y'all always hear about me. Get them in, get them in, get them in. That's why I like my 7s, my 8s. But this time of year on an A-rig, yeah, I can slow down. I normally speed up so much. Y'all hear me talk about that. But the main thing is, I want to be able to throw an A-rig on here and actually not be having to worry about a good hook set. Why? Because with a lower gear ratio reel, you have more drag power. So I can tighten this thing down, take my time with the fish, because now I can really hook set a whole lot harder and not have to worry about my drag giving or anything. I do keep my drag loose. That's on a jig rod. Why? Because I can set up, put my thumb on the spool, jerk, and it ain't going nowhere. But that is why I wanted the lower gear ratio reel. So I did get a 6:2-to-1. That way, yeah, I can throw a big heavy football jig. It's a 3/4 ounce. I'm also throwing an A-rig. This time of year, your fish runs in schools. Your shad's schooling up. You have gigantic wads of shad down there. You look at your graph, find your shad, throw that A-rig out there. You're going to get bit if you just reel it through the shad. Alright, so I want a chance to double up. I've never got 2 fish on an A-rig. That's why I want the slower gear ratio also. I've never done it. I always want to. This will be a surprise to y'all. This is a Terra KVD 6'6". It ain't changed. It's my topwater rod. I still have a spook on it. And I actually have it paired with the favorite Soleus reel. This reel retails for $130. Does it cast good? It casts better than good. It casts incredible. Would I recommend it to a newcomer? No, I would not. It has speed spool bearings in it. You will blow this reel up. As you can tell, I keep my reels pretty loose. This here I keep halfway. It's on 5. And I still have to watch it. because I can't rear back them like that like I usually do. This, I literally have to go and just let the weight of the bait take it out. I'm going to experiment with it more. I do like it so far. Do I think it was worth $130? Absolutely not. Only reels I think's worth $130 is your Daiwas, Shimano, and Lew's. That's it. I'm sorry, guys. If you're an Abu Garcia fan, that's cool and all. I'm sorry, I'm not. And I will do my top 5 at the end of this and tell you what. Alright. This here ain't changed. It's my 7-foot Daiwa Iridex Stratic 1000 Ned Rig rod. Why do I feel I need this rod in my arsenal for the winter? Is because I can drop shot, I can throw a little Dominky style bait on it, something like that. I can Ned Rig fish with it. It's just great. And it's a good budget rod. Not the reel, the rod. Deep crank setup, Jacob Wheeler, 7.2. Shimano Chronarch. Denali Riker, 7-foot. This is my rock crawler rod, spinnerbait rod, chatterbait rod. SLX XT, yes, 8 to 1 ratio. I must have gone over these pretty fast. Chronarch on Corrado, this ain't changed, never will change. It's always going to be in my arsenal. I know y'all get tired of hearing it. And here's something that's changed. 7-foot, medium heavy, Quantum PT rod with a Quantum KVD reel. Y'all know me. I'm Shimano and Daiwa. I mean, I have had Lew's. I've had about everything, honestly. But I'm trying to branch out some before I make my final decision. And I got a good idea of what reels I'm going to run for hopefully 2022 and 2023. I do know that it's going to take me that whole year to get satisfied and everything. But back to the topic in hand. In front of me lays 9 rods. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Each rod has a specific purpose. I'm going to show y'all how to break it down for the winter time. This is one of my favorite things to do because I ain't got a lot of money. I know a lot of other people don't. It's no need in having all 9 rods. It just ain't. Me, I like it. I feel comfortable with it. But that's just me. Now, y'all have 40 rods, y'all laughing at me. I don't care. I'm sorry, I can't afford it. So, what I'm going to show y'all is something that I've not seen a YouTuber do. And that is go over a rod in a specific season. Y'all saw it in the summer, the spring. Y'all saw it in the spring, summer, fall. I think I done fall. No, I didn't do fall. And winter. But here we go. Winter time. We're going to start early winter, like right now. Water temp, some places 57, 54. Basically, all the lakes around me is in the upper 50s to mid 50s. I'm still throwing a surface bait. Why? You see one bust, you can fire out there to him. Don't mean he's going to hit it, don't mean he ain't. I will literally throw a top water until mid-December. And that's just due to the weather. That all goes on the weather, folks. If that water temp's already in the 50s, I'm not going to have it on. This rod's going to be ruled out. So this here, I'm laying in the honorable mentions. Why? Because it may not work. I'm going to give y'all the rods that I would fish in a tournament and feel like I'd be comfortable with. So, honorable mention, topwater rod. Another honorable mention is the jerkbait rod. Again, early winter. I'm sorry, y'all. Early winter, water temps, upper 50s, mid 50s. I'm gonna have that jerkbait on. So that there is another honorable mention. Alright, so getting down here with what I would have. Spinning rod. I would have me a good long spinning rod, over 7 foot if I could find it. Whether it's 7'1", 7'2", 8'6", 10 foot, whatever it is. But I'd have me a good long spinning rod. Why? Because I can throw a light swim bait, I can cast it a mile, and a longer rod allows for a further cast. And why is that important this time of year? It's important because the longer the cast, the longer your bait's in that water. In the wintertime, you're going super slow. It's not covering water. It is finding the fish, casting to them, breaking it down. You may cast that fish 15 times before he finally hits. That's okay. So, I'd have this, swim bait number 1, floating fly number 2, and drop shot, tube. If you are watching up north, this here is something that you all know all about. Catching them giant smallmouth. I'm jealous, by the way. Alright. Second rod I'm going with. More of an all-purpose rod. Y'all hear me talk about this rod and this reel. I love it. It is expensive to all y'all that has Metaniums, Aldebarans, and NRXs and GLXs. This here's a budget rod and reel for you. It ain't for me. I can't afford that stuff. Why is this all-purpose rod for me? It has enough tip. I can throw a spinnerbait. It has enough backbone. I can throw a jig. It's comfortable in the hand. I can fish with it all day. I typically pair this with 10 to 12 pound line. Right now it's a swim bait on it. And what I'd throw on this is a shaky head. Why? Because sometimes they may want a little bit more action than that Ned rig. That Ned rig does nothing. So I'd have a shaky head on here. Number 3. And this is more of a Lake Cumberland type deal and Laurel that I've realized. Gonna be a rock crawler. This thing works summer, fall, winter, spring. It does not matter. This thing catches fish. I don't know what Spro done, but they done something right. And I would actually take this a budget rod and reel. Why? Yeah, this rod's $60. The reel's $130. $200 combo, quite literally. But I can do so many different things with this rod. I can rock crawfish with it. I can throw spoons with it, silver buddies, blade bait type stuff if shad's dying and stuff like that. So that's going to be number 3. Number 4, a heavy rod. Gotta have a heavy rod. Whether you're up north, down south, east, west, don't matter. 7.7 meat stick, don't play no games, honey, I promise you. Why would I have this heavy rod? Because I can A-rig fish with it. I can throw a glide bait with it if I want to. I can heavy jig fish with it. And, I mean, literally, I have a whole outfit that I can throw whatever I want on it that ain't heavy. So this here's just going to be a heavy rod. So 1/2 ounce, jigs up, 3/8 ounce jigs, I should say, and up. A-rigs, S-waver, stuff like that. So that's why I'd have that. That's going to be number 4. And number 5, I'm going to shock y'all. Well, not with me at least. It's going to be another spinning rod. Why? Because this time of year, it's hard. I'm not going to lie to y'all. If y'all go out there and catch 10 fish, good for you. I'm having trouble. I put 4 in the boat the other day. By myself. But this here, I'd have me a Ned rig rod, something I can throw at the Minkies type style bait on. And it's just going to save you a lot of time throughout your day. And that is the 5 rods I would have if I was going to be tournament fishing. Why? Because on that Corrado, the Chronarch setup, I can throw a lighter jig if I want to. I can throw swim bait, shaky head, jerk, well, not really a jerk bait, but I can throw a lot of different things on it, is my point. And on that Denali rod, I can throw a topwater. I can throw a chatterbait, a spinnerbait, a jerk bait, a rock crawler, a number of things. So basically, them 5 rods is going to have me covered for everything I need. Whether it be finesse fishing with a swim bait, whether it be power fishing with an A-rig, Texas rigging, don't matter. I'm going to be covered. No matter where I'd go in the country, Clear Lake out in California, Sam Rayburn down in Texas, Okeechobee or Kissimmee in Florida, or Lake Champlain up in New York, or Lake St. Clair in Michigan, or Cumberland or Laurel. I'm going to be covered. So, I do know I could flip and stuff if I want to at this rod down south, Florida, Gunnersville, stuff like that. If I'm up north, I can throw a tube, I can throw a darter, I can throw a lot of things on this rod. Again, up north, if I'm doing that kind of stuff, I can throw a lot of things on it. Wow, okay. This here, right here, rock crawlers, stuff like that, I can throw. And then this here is going to be my all-around rod. If I had one rod and reel take with me, it'd be this. I just feel like it has me covered. That there is a kind of your personal preference, pretty much, on what feels good in your hand, what you feel comfortable with, what you like, stuff like that. But this here is a lot of money. It's right at, well, that's 3, right at $475. But literally look at the balance point on it. It's just an amazing rod. I love it. But alright guys, I am sorry it took me so long to get through this. I am sorry I went through basically the arsenal I'm going to be using here. Say I wasn't going to do that, but it's been a minute, folks, okay? It's been about 3 weeks. I do apologize. But I do thank y'all for watching this. Every one of y'all that stayed tuned to the end listening to my boring voice, I do appreciate that. Y'all be sure, have a good day. Check out Dogpatch Trading Post, Kurt Singer Sunrise Outfitters, Saddlebrook Outdoors, and the Tackle Spot. And as always, y'all know what to do. Give God all the glory. Be safe, have fun, do something nice for somebody, please. And I guess I'm out, folks. Boom!